And this was Scream 6. This was the sequel to that one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now we figured it out.
I made an X-Pac reference, and you didn't fucking laugh at me.
I'm not selling that shit.
Well, fine. Fuck you.
I'm not selling that shit. No, I agree with you.
It.
All right. All right, Mr. Jacobs.
Suck it. Oh, man. People are probably listening to this and like, are they talking about professional wrestling?
Damn you, Undertaker. Your brother's alive. Your mama was a whore. Anyway, yeah, Scream was definitely disappointing. And you know what? We go against the grind because everybody loved it. And I think initially we kind of thought it was okay, but then we poked all these holes in it. And it was like, oh.
That was my fault. I started being like, well, actually.
Yeah, because when I walked
fault.
out of the theaters, I thought it was okay. You know,
I was not happy with it.
I thought it was okay, but then I started poking holes in it, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, some of this stuff was like, I think my main, you know what it is? It was probably that girl crawling across from one apartment to another, and her whole, like, guts were ripped out, and she was still alive. Like, that is where it kind of lost me. Because I'm thinking to myself, okay, Dewey in the previous film kind of died the same way, got his guts ripped out. And, you know, this girl, not only, it wasn't the fact, it was the fact that she was still going, but she was still talking and making kind of jokes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what fucking did it for me.
You know what would have been awesome? Is that if she got like halfway through the ladder and like it was like that moment where they're about to like touch hands and grab her, she just fucking like the guts just and hit the ground and she just fucking dies.
Yeah. Well, she didn't even die from the guts. She died because she fell off the ladder and hit the big dumpster.
Yeah, wrecked him. Damn near killed him.
Yeah, I think that's where it kind of lost me at. And I didn't mind who the killers were. I didn't even mind the concept of the killers. There was a lot of things. The girl on the bus that should have gotten killed, that was actually saved by one of the killers, which didn't make sense because the killer, I mean, he should have just left her to die. He fucking inadvertently saved her. The one dude that played in the movie that got stabbed 85 times and still lived.
Yeah.
It was like they were so afraid to take so much risk. Like all the risk that they took in the film were cool, but they didn't take any risk on the deaths, the scenes, as far as killing off characters. They're so goddamn concerned that okay, well, we can't get Neve Campbell back. We have to establish a new cast. Okay, that's cool. But if you're not going to kill them off, why do this shit to them anyway? I mean, I don't know. It don't make sense to me.
At this point, I think they're trying to make it to 10.
Well, these characters, I mean, even if you would have killed 2 of them, you would still have your core people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the fact that you can't pull the trigger on killing any new character. You can't even pull the trigger on killing an old character. What the fuck? I just don't want the Scream franchise to be one of these films where all these characters that don't make a fuck get killed, and then until we get to the end where the killer is revealed and the killer dies, and that's it. Yeah. Like, show me some fucking risk in here, man. And kill characters. Kill that one goddamn bitch.
the one that tries to be Jamie Kennedy's character, but fails tremendously.
She's like a woke Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
She fucking sucks. She's the one that was on the train.
Yeah.
That should have died.
Oh, God, I can't wait.
She got stabbed, and she was all there, and then 20 minutes later, she runs like she's just done a marathon. Oh, did I miss anything? God damn, they have great hospitals in New York.
Yeah, for real.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the movie. I fucking hate her character. I can't really get behind the characters. I mean, the two main girls, I'm okay with. I think they've done a pretty good job. Like, I believe them as sisters. Like,
I do too.
Like, their dichotomy is really good.
I still think though that the younger sister should be the main character.
Yes.
Instead of the other one. I think she's way more charismatic. And to be honest with you, you know, her career is blowing up. She does the Wednesday show.
She's doing Beetlejuice.
She's actually blowing up, which, you know, kind of concerns me because she'll probably look at Scream and be like, oh, well, you know, that was just in my early career. I ain't going to do those anymore. But
right.
Maybe that's why they don't make her the main character.
It's because they're afraid.
Well, the only problem is the one that is the main character is she's okay, but she's very fucking dry in some places.
Yeah, she is.
Like, I don't feel for her like I feel for the younger sister.
No, not at all.
Like anything bad, like if they go through shit together and they experience it together, I still feel bad for the younger girl because she's a better actress.
Yeah. I'm just afraid that it's going to get to the Saul point where it's like, God damn, not another one. And another one.
Yeah.
And another one.
And you know what? You can get in my opinion, Scream does have an advantage on that because it is a slasher film, so it gets away with it more.
Yeah.
Because Halloween and Friday the 13th, they do all that. Some people say the same thing about those films. Oh, it's another one. Part 7 is no different than Part 6, and Part 6 no different Part fucking 22. And that's cool, but I think slashers can get away with that. With a movie like Saw or Hostel or, you know, the ghost movies, the paranormal activities, and it's like, it's only so much you can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I understand that's the same criticism to the slasher films. It's just, you know, if you really love ghost movies, you probably feel the same way about maybe the slasher films or the torture films. If you really like these torture films, maybe you feel the same way about the ghost movies or the slashers or whatever. So I'm not here to dog anybody. I'm just saying this is our personal, you know, it's like every time we hear a possession about the devil type of shit, we kind of roll our eyes and go, God damn.
Yeah, I've talked about this. I'm so tired of ghost movies and possession movies and
fucking boogeymans and
I mean, because we've got
shit in the darks.
We got Insidious coming out, and then we got fucking The Nun 2 coming out.
I'm okay with those.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking
because
about
I like those franchises.
Movies.
Yeah, I like those franchises anyway. But you know,
my criticism is directed more towards Fear. That gets it completely wrong.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes you'll have a paranormal or a ghost movie that is 10 times better than that one, but it's still redundant, and it's like, eh.
Yeah, it's like the zombie genre has been beat to death.
Yeah, especially with television shows.
Oh, my God.
I'm
so glad that fucking era is over with.
Well, you know, Walking Dead started it.
Yeah, it was the downfall.
They really did. They started it, and you know, you touched on it earlier. You know, after a couple of seasons, it's just like
pretty much after they left the prison, and then once they the first episode where they met Negan, it was downhill from there. Like I really don't want to do a series review of The Walking Dead.
Well, I can't because after. Well, I did watch it, but I did not enjoy it. Like, yeah, you're right. After all the hype, See, everybody loves Negan. This is a hot take for you. I fucking hate Negan. I fucking hate him as a character.
Really?
I fucking hate him. I don't see what the big deal is. He's a fucking guy who looks like he climbed out of the 50s with his leather jacket and his slick back hair. And he didn't say anything, and you're like, God, this is going to be a badass. Look at his fucking... He's got Lucille, the barbed wire baseball bat, and then he goes to open his mouth. He's like Brock Lesnar. When you see him, he looks fucking badass. Then when he cuts a promo, you fucking giggle your ass off. Because the first thing Negan says is, "Oh shit! Well, look what we have here." I'm like, what the fuck is this horse shit? I'm sorry. I thought Negan fucking sucked, and it was even worse. Like, I know we're going off on a tangent, but fuck it. Let's end it with this. Who gives a shit?
It's our podcast.
It's our podcast.
You don't like it? Fuck you.
Why was everybody scared of him? Like, literally, why was everybody was so skittish of him. Everybody was so fucking terrified of this man. And this guy was as intimidating as a Danville streetwalker on Percocets.
That's pretty intimidating.
That's all he was. Ah, shit.
Oh, hell, man.
Yeah, it's like, fuck you, Goofy. Like, why didn't Rick just get out his gun and shoot him? And here's the other thing. They made, it was such a cat and mouse for so many fucking just miserable fucking episodes.
Yeah.
Just cat and mouse, cat and mouse, cat and mouse. And it's like the same shit over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
And here Rick has a chance to kill this motherfucker. You know, he's the reason why Carl is dead. Pretty much. Like he didn't physically do it, but he's the one that screwed up Carl's head so bad to where he got bit by a fucking zombie. Right?
Right.
Like, you killed your kid. Killed half of your fucking crew.
Bashed one of your good friends in.
Yeah.
In front of you.
2 of them.
2 of them. Yeah.
And
right.
here you are. You have a chance to kill this motherfucker, and you let him go. One of the most disappointing fucking episodes I've ever seen in my life. One of the most unsatisfying. And I know what people are going to say. Well, in the comic books, in this, in that, they have to go on. Well, Rick's leaving the show. You got to have this. You got to have... And...
Well, goddamn, they went off the rails so far with the fucking comic books. What does it matter? Why didn't they fucking...
Fuck Negan. Negan sucks.
Negan.
You know what Negan is? Negan is ravishing Rick Rude, but now they want to present him like Ricky Steamboat. It don't fucking work. I'm not cheering for him. Fuck him. I'm not cheering for anybody on the show. I hate the show. Hope the production burns down.
Well, I think it's funny that it had, like, it built up to this amazing conclusion, and the conclusion was that The Walking Dead's over with, but now you've got to watch 4 different episodes. I mean, 4 different series.
Fuck all that.
Like, you've got, what is it, the Daryl one. You've got Rick and Michonne. You've got Negan and what's her name? Glenn's girlfriend.
Maggie.
Yeah. They're like fighting, they're friends now.
Yeah, you only killed my fucking husband and bashed his fucking brains out.
Right. But I forgive you. I forgive you.
I forgive you because that's what my daddy would want me to do.
And
fuck you.
I don't know what I feel like maybe it's only 3 of them. I don't know.
Well, they still doing Fear?
I think that one's coming to a conclusion soon.
Well, that one sucked from the beginning.
Yeah.
So.
I do not enjoy this shit. No.
Honest.